Yeah, it was 13-18 to the Roses, as you say, on Thursday.
And we do then get to the third quarter underway. And the ladies, I know you've already spoken about the substitutions, and you're not really in the minds of the head coaches, but what is it that Guskov, as well as Fadoja, can bring to the table, looking at the introduction that has just been made by Jess Belby?
Well, they bring more of they'll off the body kind of mark, they'll run through and try and go for those turnovers early on. Rather than grind down a player, they'll sit off it and then use that timing to come through. So I think you've had Fran Williams on there, really doing the business, doing the hard grafts on the Kira Austin. Now bring Layla Guskov back on to see if she can now get some turnover with any loose balls.
We spoke about just, I think, allowing Kira Austin a little bit of time and space.
So, Jess Belby, we were just talking about the changes you've made. You've just done it in that defensive end. What was your thinking regarding that?
Oh, we just think, look, we've got such talent in that end. I think we need to give them something different to think about. You've obviously put Sophie Garbin on for the first time, and I feel if Fumi just plays with some freedom and some space, we could maybe interfere with their decision going on that final feed.
Well, yesterday Australia had 9 general play turnovers. You've already got them to 8 in this game. How are you going to reward those defenders bringing that through on the attacking side?
Yeah, we just need to be a bit calmer, don't we, on that through court. I think just play the short and then get our vision nice and open onto that far side on the through court.
And finally, Jess, for you, what would be a success at the end of this quarter?
Look, we've got to close the gap. Like we're never going to be able to come back from big margins against a quality side like this. So we've got to find some ball, and attackers have got to stand up.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Well, bridging that gap and that margin was always going to be a bit of a headache for Jess Belby. Nobody, and I know no team wants to trail behind the Aussie Diamonds.
No, absolutely not. You don't want to give us a sniff, because once we get that confidence and we're ahead, we start to put the foot down. Kira Austin injected into this attacking lineup. She's being calm with the ball in hand. And just the confidence now, I think that Juva Mentor is off with Fadoju on. Hadley and Watson just feeling free to let that ball go into Garbin a little bit earlier. So that height difference, I think, is allowing the Diamonds to get it into the circle a lot quicker.
Oh, cheeky pass there from Cardwell, but unfortunately a misplacement that sees Brazil snatching that ball, and already she's charging down court, fierce on attack.
Rose is releasing the ball, but just a little bit of miscommunication. Fadoju has a crack on that middle lead. But they're really going to have to be disciplined here, Roses. You've got to stay in the contest, and the only way to get some game ball is to stay in play and build that pressure.
Yeah, they've got to be disciplined. They've got to keep that error rate as low as possible, because that's what separates champions, you know, in this Netball World Cup. And we know the Diamonds to be one side that is able to perform while maintaining a low error rate.
Well, Kira Austin, she didn't play yesterday in that semi-final game against Jamaica. She's got some fresh legs, and she's really come on in this game and just really been the settler, but being an option as that attacking through court is coming through for Australia.
We also see another change happening. Sarah Cloud coming on to goal defence. Jo Weston taking a little spell. Don't think that she's done anything wrong. They're just going to change it up because Cardwell's in that goal attack position and they want that body presence on her. And Sarah Cloud did the job the other day and she gets a tip straight away.
Oh, that's fantastic stuff. You called it earlier on, and already we're seeing the difference that Cloud is, you know, creating, adding on to the defensive pressure of the Diamonds.
She's deceptively tall. Oh, the confidence. That split circle just giving too much space and time, as we see on the replay here. Sarah Cloud get a little tip up. Courtney Bruce following up.
You said it, Maddie, she's deceptively tall, but she's also got such great timing. And now Australia have got their flow, they've got their roll. You can see that the bench are up on it. They're confident, they're excited, and that ball is going through the court like butter.
And I'm looking cross-court, seeing that Juva Mentor is putting a bit back on, so this could be an indicator that she's going to, you know, resume her position, take back to court.
Yes, Simi, she's here on the sideline. You can just see her calling for Funmi Fudoju to call her time so that she can replace her. Just, I think, bringing that experience back onto the court. Juva Mentor, many, many years playing down in Australia, as Cardwell puts one back on the board for England.
Whole time.
And there comes the change then. Funmi Fudoju will sit this one out. And we see the return of Juva Mentor.
Just with Kira Austin coming on, Liz Watson getting more of that second phase option.
Goal attack.
She's so dominant on the first phase.
Contact with defense.
Imogen Allison trying to get a bit of the ball, but just a bit too late on that one.
Where the weak defences.
So just with the Diamonds, they've got so many creative players. Oh, bit of a step there by Hadley.
Yep, it's the one turnover that the Roses desperately need, so they'll take as many as they can. But it's all going to be about decision-making and whether they're able, to gradually make their way into that goal-shooting third.
And that's it, Simi. Yes, cool, calm, controlled, have multiple options. Be confident to give the long one, but also confident to quickly change your mind if it's not on.
Even though Cardwell's at goal attack, you see her make that positional swap with Housby to get into the circle.
Oh, this should be a good take for Housby, both out of play, and she sinks it in. Only 6 goals separating the two teams, but it is the Roses centre pass next.
This is the moment for the Roses to get back in the game.
And you just see both of them start deep, allow the centre court players to bring their ball to them, and then Helen Housby pop free.
That was a great feed by Metcalf to Housby under the post.
Oh, look at Garvin having to come out of that circle completely to assist on collecting that ball. We haven't seen much of it since her introduction. She's kind of been protecting the goalpost, planting herself there as a safe option.
Contact there by Mentor, but you can see already just having Mentor on the court, the Diamonds having to reset the ball, not as confident just to release on that first second.
Well, Juva Mentor is the tallest in the squad at 6'3". Funmi Fudoju just 5'9". So like you say, having that extra presence in there and that extra height, when you look down, looking to feed in, you spot it a lot earlier.
Oh, that's a good drive by Natalie Metcalf. Still struggling to break through that shooting circle.
Not wanting to go over.
Oh, my goodness.
Ball. The Diamonds. She was not confident to release that high pass. Great footwork.
Yeah, but I also think that Cardwell wasn't an option at that point because she was hiding behind her defender, but she does get the caution then from the umpire, Eleanor Cardwell.
Not releasing the ball back to where it needed to be set. Great pop back. Oh, the 1-2. Watson to Austin.
Round the back of her back.
Whole time. Goal defense. No.
Some stern words there from the umpire to Layla Guska.
Listen, both umpires are cracking the whip, trying to instill some discipline in court, because we know exactly how heated and intense these contests can get, particularly between these two teams.
Contact with defense.
And just 7 minutes remaining. Diamonds enjoying a 7-goal lead at this point.
Advantage offside, centre.
They push it out, but then it works back in. But patience here to just play it around until they find the avenue to post that they like. They want to get it close. They want to make it an efficient shot.
Just one step
They're not prepared to give any risk here.
Listen, Matt, you spoke about the reintroduction of Mentor, and we can already see that it's really given the Diamonds something to think about in terms of how they make their way into the shooting circle. It's not as easy, as open as it was in the beginning stages of the third quarter.
You can just see Metcalf just getting stuck on the body of whoever's marking her, whether it's Hadley or Brazel, and so that ball is just not, her feet aren't right placed to be able to go for it, but England do keep possession. But another timeout call for England because Laura Malcolm's going to come on to replace Jay Clark at centre.
I mean, you also had the injection there of a potential Chelsea Pittman, Pam, into that wing attack position, just to add something different, a different pace, a different bit of dynamic. I'd love to see that this quarter.
Well, that was what the change was when they played them last. I'd say it again on Thursday. Chelsea Pittman coming in at wing attack. For Ash Brazel on defence. Just a workhorse, doesn't stop. Look at that backing up, such elevation.
Yeah, and for me it's the intensity, you know, just challenging and contesting that centre pass and then blocking them from, you know, moving to that goal-shooting third. So the Diamonds really exerting all sorts of pressure on the Roses. I mean, look at that, Cardwell taking the shot on one foot, and she makes it count. Talk about BMT. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Cardwell.
That's a bit of inspiration that the Roses definitely need to stay within reach of this contest with the Diamonds.
What skill from Cardwell there. That is so difficult. But just down the other end, Kira Austin, she just stems that excitement with that goal.
Oh, there's that complete shutdown. And a lovely little pop over from Housby to make it count, but they still need to turn ball.
It's the only way they're going to get back into this, Simi. They need to get some game ball. But credit to the Diamonds, not giving them an inch, not keeping it in the air at all. They're just keeping it nice and low, short and sharp, working that front ball. Nothing, Jiva Mentor has a crack. Nothing's being lifted in the air to even give the Roses a chance to get any game ball.
Got to tell you, enjoying Galvin in that shooting circle. She's not about taking any risks, plants herself right under the goalpost and just taking it in her stride with every opportunity that she has been presented with.
The Diamonds shutting down any option, and another hell ball by Nat Metcalf. They are working overtime in that defence end, covering every single option and lead that's been provided.
Yeah, and that's what separated these two teams. You know, it's almost as if the defensive efforts of the Diamonds continue to intensify as the match progresses, but also just how clinical they've been in this encounter, treasuring their possession. And Garvin, look, that finish for me has just been working beautifully.
She's really getting on that hold of Mentor now. The space is so obvious. And look at the bench asking, go again, a little bit more. Stretch this margin out to 9 then.
Garvin also having to move out of that shooting circle to assist on the attack. But again, her prime position is under that goalpost. And I mean, it begs the question, you know, should the Roses perhaps keep Garvin away from that goalpost, because that's where she's been sinking these balls from.
Yeah, they need to force her out of the circle, keeping her away. She's so threatening when she's so close there. Cardwell sinks a long one. As we also see another timeout being called, and Chelsea Pittman injected into the game. Now, this was a great change on day 7 for the English Roses. Can she be that impact player again that they require right now in this moment?
Well, they do need some injection of fresh legs in the shooting circle, well, on the attacking side of things, I beg your pardon. And that is what Pittman brings to the table.
And so for Pittman coming on now, you want to see those quick cut and drives, just like that there, going through the defence of Australia, driving to hit those circle edge. And that's what that dynamism can bring.
Straight away, hand on ball, work some triangles, and they get it to post for the Roses.
Oh, look at that circle of the Diamonds, wide open. Garvin and Austin just balancing each other out.
I think for the Roses, they need to start winning ball a lot higher up the court. The Diamonds are just pegging themselves onto that circle edge, and then once they got on the circle edge, that strong front hook from Garvin or Austin's late entry in is being so successful for them. So if they can use that defensive pressure higher up and win ball, they can eliminate that attacking threat.
Absolutely, Pam. It's just too easy front ball. No one's contesting that straight. Oh, overline, there we go. Allison spots Housby. Bruce went flying.
That was good vision from Malcolm. And just so magnificent to, to see a defensive player always looking down court, looking for the first option.
As long as it goes through, Simi, they can do it. The Diamonds, they've been superb off their centre pass conversion.
Yep, they certainly have been. So enjoying the 10-goal lead, just 30 seconds to the end of the third quarter.
Both teams have been good on their centre pass to goal rate. England on 73%, Australia on 78%. It's those gains to goals. Australia, every time they get possession, they're going to the goal. England just on 60%.
And it's really, just boils down to the error rate at this point and decision making. And perhaps that's what put the Roses slightly on the back foot. But be it as it may, there's still time remaining. Not in this quarter.